like I said, I mean, I'm open
Your
to.
two, so your other two children, it's just Calix. There's no hyphenation, no Martinez. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, I'd want them all to have the same last name. So,
Okay.
I mean, it's just, yeah.
So, you are currently employed at T-Mobile. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have one other child?
Uh, yeah, well, yes, technically
Come
that's.
on in.
So
I
you're
mean,
obligated.
I never
Come
took the
on
DNA test
in.
for it, but I never signed anything. I don't know how they got my signature or how they
That's
did it.
generic.
Yeah, but it's, I'm pretty much paying for another child that I don't even know is mine, and so I, just,
Objection, narrative, and relevance.
Woo!
excuse me.
Sustained. Mr. Calix, just answer the question that she
Yes,
asked.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
So you are obligated to pay support for another child. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
See how she changed his mind?
And
Hold on.
how long have you been working at T-Mobile?
I've been here for going on 8 years now, 7,
And
8 years.
what is your position title?
I'm a mobile expert.
And you are paid hourly. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm paid hourly.
Do you also make commissions?
Yeah, I make commissions and bonuses, but they're steering away from that here in the next couple months. So
So
I don't know.
last year, did you make a little less than $63,000?
Yes,
And you do not know what the cost of health insurance is through your employer. Is that correct?
no, I'm not at the moment, but I believe I know T-Mobile does offer good benefits, so I believe I can see about possibly putting them on there.
So do you understand that for the government medical plan, the state is requesting that you pay cash medical support of $354 per month?
Yes, I understand that.
Do you understand that any payments that are ordered to be made will begin on May 1st?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that based on income information made available to the state, that we had calculated your child
Mm,
support 1,100?
Miss Sweet, you froze.
Yeah,
Whatever you said, we didn't hear it.
Am I clear now, Your Honor?
Yes, you are.
Sir, do you understand that based on income
what's
information made available to the state, we have calculated your child support as being $1,104?
1,104,
Yes, for child support only.
and that's not including the medical.
Correct.
Oh, okay, I thought it was all included.
I'm just asking if you understand that that's the calculation.
Yes.
Okay. And then, do you understand that if the court does lower the medical amount, that your child support amount would increase?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you requesting that child support be set to?
So, yeah, I mean, I'm all, like I said, I've always been there for my kids, and I'm paying the mortgage right now. So, it's to me, it's like their living situation is important. So, I'm paying them like their mortgage. That way, they can go to school. They're comfortable there. They got their own room, and it's just I'm thinking 1,100 is quite a bit. And then I have this other situation as well. I mean, I don't know if there's any way that we can possibly lower that, because like even I get paid every 2 weeks, and I don't even when I get paid every 2 weeks without my bonus, I don't even make that amount, not including the other child support case. So it's
Why you
like,
paying, nigga?
you're talking about like 14, like maybe like 1,500-1,600 dollars every paycheck, and like there's the regular paycheck I only make about $700-800. So it's like, I'm trying to see how that's gonna work out, because it's gonna be taken away from me, but I'm not gonna be making that amount. So I mean,
So what are you requesting the amount be for child support?
for this case, I mean, if I can get it lowered down to like, I mean, I don't like $700-800 a month. I don't know. I mean, something like that is just. I just don't see that it's fair for me to, you know, I'm involved in my kid's life. I'm paying the mortgage. Taking care of the living situation when they come with me. I still buy them clothes. I still buy them stuff to eat. Like, I mean, it's just I'm still involved in with my kids.
Other
Excuse
than the
me.
mortgage, are you paying any other bills for the
So,
residents?
so I've always paid the bills, and just so recently, uh, since like probably like last September, like or something like that. But she's been taking care of like the water and the light and stuff like that. But I've always paid almost everything, So it's it's
So you,
just
so
I'm
you covered the rest of the bills up
Thank
until
you.
about
Just say
September of
no, fool.
2024.
yeah, I would say around there, and then
Is that even though
like
you didn't live in the residence, you
Yeah.
still covered some of the bills there?
yeah, well, I mean, I help out as much as I can. Um, like I
How
said,
much is the mortgage?
the mortgage right now is at 1965. And like I was telling you earlier, my family always said,
He letting
you know,
bitches.
it's
Let me
important to
tell
have a
y'all
roof over
something.
your kids' heads, and I mean, that's just to me morally is important. And if I could afford both, I wouldn't even mind about the child support, whatever is calculated. But it's just looking real
Fuck that, I
like
mind.
it's gonna be either or. Either my kids might pay the child support, or my kids, and then my kids are possibly gonna lose their home, or just I don't know. I just
This nigga paying
So,
his whole mortgage.
do you understand that the child support calculation I had done at the 1,104 did take your other child into account?
yes, ma'am. I mean, I just don't know how.
Understand that with graduating, that your child support amount will go down.
Excuse
Sorry,
me.
can you please again? And do you understand that when your children start emancipating, that your child support will go down?
I'm sorry. It kind of like sped up.
Do you understand that when your children emancipate, that
Mhm.
your child support will be reduced as the children um, turn 18 or graduate high school?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Did y'all hear what she just said? Did y'all hear what she just said? She said when those children graduate and turn 18, the money is gonna be gone. So why is niggas out here paying money for 19-year-olds, 20-some-year-olds, 33-year-olds, emancipation? People don't know what emancipation means. Let me play it because we behind a little bit.
Your Honor, past the witness, I would like to recall Ms. Martinez.
You may.
Ms. Martinez, did you hear Mr. Calix's testimony
Yes,
regarding, and he is paying the mortgage for the residence you currently live in, is that correct?
yes, he does.
And that is the residence that y'all previously shared together before y'all separated, is that correct?
Yes, which I left in September of 2023. And I was getting nothing after that since up until now, I believe.
So this bitch is getting awarded for leaving the relationship. You see how stupid niggas are? Huh? You see how stupid he is? He can say no. They ask him how much you think child support would be. But about 700, 800, I would say nothing. Because I'm not doing this no more. She's a woman. She can do it. She independent. She a strong woman, right? Women are strong and independent now, right? So why do they need child support? Huh? Why do strong independent women need something from a man? This dude is foolish, paying the whole mortgage so somebody can come in there and fuck her and nut all on her face and fuck so the kids can hear them fucking in the background, breaking the bed, the head post, and all that old shit. This dude is a fool.
Leave.
Um, so, but he was paying the mortgage, is that correct?
Yes, yes, he
Paying
was.
the bills?
Yes.
What other bills was he paying?
When was this? In 2023?
Um, so let's do after separation. Yes.
Okay, no, so after separation, I moved to my parents' home in Gun Barrel, and he wasn't giving me anything. We weren't living together, and I moved into our residence now in September, and he just pays the mortgage, but he hasn't paid any bills or anything as far as that.
So you,
Hold on, Miss Sweet. Miss Martinez, you moved back in the house in September of 2024.
Yes, 2024.
And since that time, he's paid the mortgage every month.
Yes.
And how much is the mortgage?
I'm not sure. I honestly don't know how much the mortgage is.
Okay.
Bro, you hear this shit? How much is she don't know how much the mortgage is, and he pays the mortgage. They just telling these two bitches all their business. This is sad, man. Don't matter how good a bitch look. It don't matter, man. Bitches are bitches. Ugly bitches, fat bitches, skinny bitches. Bitches are bitches.
since you moved back in the residence September of 2024, he had not lived there with you, though. Is that correct?
No, yeah, that's correct.
But you're saying he also didn't pay any other bills. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, he didn't pay any bills.
For the time,
Yeah, as soon as I moved in September, he paid no bills.
but he was paying the bills and the mortgage on that home before that. But your testimony is that you didn't live there. You lived somewhere else from September 2023 up until you moved in September 2024. Is that correct?
Yes, but I believe he had let someone move in, and they were taking over the bills, as far as I know.
See how this bitch is a stupid bitch. Now this woman is this fat ass bitch right here. She just calculating everything, finna throw him up under the bus. She gonna calculate how much money they can get out of him, right? And this dumb hoe is just telling everything. Why bitches just can't be quiet, right? He giving her somewhere to live. But here she go opening her mouth. The Bible says women are deceptive and evil. That's why they helpmates. Don't befriend a helpmate. Tell a bitch when you get a bitch in your life, you a helpmate. That's it. You ain't a dictator. I'm the dictator. Real talk, man. This is a bunch of bullshit.
Um,
Yeah, so when I left, he had someone move in, and they were taking over the bills, as far as I know.
do you know who it was?
I think it was a family member of mine, but we don't speak anymore. We don't associate, but I
You live
think
in
they
the
were just paying
time?
him. I'm sorry?
Did he live in the home at the same time as these other folks?
I don't think so, but I do believe that they were paying him he still has the bills under his name, but they were paying the bills.
Your Honor, I passed the witness and would like to briefly recall Mr. Calix.
You may.
Mr. Calix, did you have another family living in the home from September 2023 until September 2024?
No, I did not. I didn't have no other family living in there. I did come into like a time where I was in the risk of losing the home. So I did rent it out for like, not rent it out, but I did let somebody stay there for like 2 months. But if there was no, it was more like a helping me out situation.
What month and year did you last live in that home?
So actually, whenever we moved back in, we tried to make an agreement on September that we were gonna be like, hey, like we're not together.
Unresponsive.
Excuse me.
Objection unresponsive.
I want to hear his answer. Go ahead and answer the question, Mr. Calix.
So pretty much, actually, so we're getting deeper into this. In about June, she had she went to my
We're not
parents'
talking
house.
about June. We want to talk about September.
Okay,
What
yes, ma'am.
happened in September?
She
Yes, pretty
representing
much in
her, and she
September,
ain't
what
supposed
happened
to
is that
represent her.
we had came to an agreement because it was my kids, starting school. I was like, hey, we can live together. We'll just co-parent, and we'll just kind of go from there, and we'll just try to figure things out, right? And like for the first week, it didn't work out. So that's when I decided I'm like, hey, I'm still gonna pay
What's
the
up,
mortgage, and
King?
I'm gonna, kind of keep my stuff at my parents, just kind of distance myself. But I mean, I try to work. We try to work things out, both of us. Um, but like I said, that first week it just didn't work out. So,
Okay.
yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any other questions, Ms. Sweet?
Um, yes, Your Honor. So, Mr. Calix, did you live there at all from September 2023 until September of 2024 when Miss Martinez did not live in the home?
Now look at this fat bitch. This fat pig, Miss Piggy, right here, asking a number of personal questions, right? And she representing this bitch, and she is for this bitch. In Texas, they ain't supposed to do that. This is fraud. You hear me? You see fraud on this fucking screen.
Yeah, I've always lived there. I've always lived in my home. It's I've been there since 2020, so that's and then like I said, I just got it for my kids. So
And when you had rented it out for a few months, as you testified, um, were you still living in the home while you were renting it out?
Now the fat bitch ain't got personal because now she over there calculating how much money he got so they can put the ring on his stupid ass. You know what I mean? Why niggas going there running their mouth to strangers who they don't know?
so it was like it was like a situation where they were just kind of helping me out, like I said, but I would just stay there maybe like twice, 3 weeks. I had my stuff, I had other stuff going on, so I would stay there, but it's always been my home. It was just like maybe like 2 months or something like that. I don't recall what exact month, but
So, Mr. Calix, let me ask you a question.
yes, ma'am.
Was it like a roommate situation? You got a
And
roommate
Look
to
at
help
this
you pay the
bitch.
yeah,
mortgage?
yeah, in a way it was. Yes, it was
Okay.
like a roommate because I can.
Look at this bitch. Was it a roommate situation? What the fuck? Dude, look at her fat ass, fat nasty ass. Look at her. She ain't got no hair. Look at this shit. Her roll fucked up. You ain't supposed to be seeing this as just a real fucking judge, nigga. This is a fucking clown hearing officer. Look at this shit. Look at the wrinkled ass flag in the background. She look like she at home or she just got a poster board or something. This is ridiculous.
I would literally go over there and like if there was stuff like boiler
Hold
messed
on.
up,
This bitch in the garage.
a tree fell down, I would be the one that would have to go over there and kind of take care of it. I would be the one still mowing the lawn. I'll still be doing all that stuff. So you could take it as it was a roommate
So
situation.
did you sleep at that when those people were living in the house? Did you
Yeah.
sleep at that house more than you slept somewhere else?
I would say 50-50.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I would say 50.
Anything further, Miss Sweet?
No, Your Honor, nothing further.
Okay. You know more? You don't want to call anybody else? We're done.
No, Your Honor, nothing further from the state. I would just request a ruling as to the support and then the child's last name and the cash medical obligation, Your Honor.
Child's last name will be Calix, the same as her siblings. Cash medical support will be $200 a month. And I'm struggling with child support. Because if he's paying $19.65 a month for the mortgage, that's more than what his child support would be.
Yes, Your Honor. And Your Honor, if it is a cash medical obligation of $200, child support would be then $1,146.
No, his
Oh
child
no, I'm
support
just
would be
saying, Your Honor.
$1,104. But I'm not even sure during dependency of this temp order that I'm going to order child support. He told you he's paying the mortgage every month of $1,965. Now, if she gets child support of $1,104 a month, Ms. Martinez, can you pay the mortgage just based on the child support?
I will not be able to afford the mortgage, no, but I also I do have bills as well.
Okay.
But
Fella, did y'all just hear that? Peace. Did y'all just hear that? So this bitch is in somewhere she can't afford to pay. I told you these hoes gonna have it bad out here. They can't pay. You got a lot of people getting hit up by the agencies right now because these hoes is broke. They was yelling they independent and they can do bad on their own. They don't need no man. Well, here you go right here. This is proof in the pudding. This bitch is a liability. Look, she ain't even no ugly bitch, right? She not even ugly. But she can't even pay her own fucking bills as a fucking adult.
Ma'am, I understand, but if he's paying $1,965
no,
already,
I understand as well. I am looking into getting a job. Hopefully something's within the next couple weeks. But yeah, as far as right now,
okay, so what I'm gonna do is during the pendency of this temporary order, I'm not gonna order any child support. Y'all can figure it out before we come back.
okay. And how do we figure it out? Because
I mean, either because I know it's his mortgage, it's his house, it's his mortgage.
he pretty much threatened me to leave all the time, and that's why I'm saying it's not.
My niggas, did y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this shit? Wow. She said she ain't gonna order child support. And look at the bitch start capping. She want the nigga to pay the mortgage and give her some money. You see how ungrateful bitches are? Fellas, she just got pussy between her legs. That's it. This is just pussy, man. It ain't nothing else. This is a bill. She is a bill. She is a liability. She don't even add to this nigga wealth. She's dead fucking weight like the most of these bitches on the planet.
Not really like a stable home for us.
Okay.
But at the same time,
So this is what I'll do. I'll order him to pay child support at $500 a month during the temp order.
Did you see that? She ran the guilt trip to her, and now she went back on her word. See, that's why I said women ain't no such thing as a woman of her word. Now she's finna give her $500. Why she in the house paying for? Why he paying the mortgage? She in that fucking house.
And pay the mortgage, and then y'all figure out what y'all gonna do about the living situation.
Okay.
Before we come back.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. And he won't have nothing to like threaten me to leave or anything like that.
Ma'am, I can't control if he threatens you to leave. Nothing in this order says that he can't
just feel like
you to
yeah.
abandon the premises, because it's according to you and according to him, it's his house. If y'all didn't buy it together, if y'all didn't buy it when y'all were married, or buy it where you have some claim to it, I can't tell you because I don't know the situation. All I can tell you is that I'm going to order him to pay child support at $500 a month, order cash medical at $200, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Ms. Sweet?
No, Your Honor, nothing further from the state.
Okay. Either one of y'all have any questions?
You see, she said nothing further from the state. So why is the state representing her? On the application, it says the state don't represent the baby mama. You see where I'm going with this? Because we're going to act a fool all this week, Good Friday. I'm going to act a fool. I'm going to act up. I couldn't do nothing yesterday. I had some shit to do.
If he was before right now, if he was saying he can afford the 700 before that 1,000, like, can he agree on the 700? Because I do everything. I support the kids, the food, the like everything. I'm just wondering if he can at least do the 700. He did mention before that he could do the 700. He doesn't give me any cash. He doesn't give me anything for the kids. Or anything. So I'm just wondering if, like, because also at the same time I do have all the bills. So and
he gives you a whole house that he pays the mortgage on. I
Ungrateful
understand
bitch.
everything you're saying, Mr. Calix. Can you agree to $700 a month?
I if I could keep it at the 500, it's just
you said the
I'm trying.
700 before.
Okay, well, we're not going to argue about it. I ordered 500
You see this shit? Why this shit crazy?
because I thought 500 was fair with him paying up 2,000.
Think about this, fellas. They ain't say nothing about the children. They didn't say nothing about the children this whole proceeding. Nothing about the fucking children, nigga. This is about how much money he can get these prostitute hoes right here. Don't y'all see the bullshit?
$1,000, almost a $2,000 mortgage every month. So
Yeah, I'm not trying to displace my kids, or I'm not. She knows I'm not trying to rush her out. So I mean, at the end of the day, we can figure it out and figure out our situation and kind of
you
go from
have
there.
till July 28th to make some decisions.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Sounds
ma'am.
good.
All right. So I'll accept the agreed portions of the order. Make those agreed portions the order of the court. Reset this case to July.
They just gave y'all the game, fellas. All child support is what? Agreed upon. They are agreed orders. All of them. All of them. They can't just start taking your money and you ain't agree to it. So if they start taking your money and you ain't agree to it, that's fraud. That's conversion. That's involuntary conversion. There has to be an agreement in all child support settings, procedures, and everything. Because what did we read at the judge's handbook? They want you to comply. And he's doing what up here on the stage, fellas? He's complying at this business meeting. This ain't no real Zoom meeting in the court. This ain't court. This is a business meeting about money. This is a court of equity. It's all it is, a court of equity.
July 28th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. for final hearing. If there's nothing further, then thank you both for appearing here today, and you're both free to go.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Judge, I need to do one room assignment, and then after that, Mr. Talley's ready to approach. Laura Ibarra, I'm moving you to room 6 to speak with Stephanie Sweet.
Let's speed this up.
You won't receive a new invite. Just look on your device for 4 squares or dots. Pardon me.
We got Terry Carter. Fellas, let's see what this black brother going through.
We're hearing calls number DF19-23679, Carter and Carter.
What this nigga
With the parties in the Carter matter, please unmute yourselves, turn your cameras on, and raise your right hands.
Just one party judge, Mr. Carter.
Mr. Carter, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you may lower your hand, and Mr. Talley, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. We are hearing a super modification of support order and to confirm support arrearage. First, ask that the court take judicial notice of the fact that the custodial parent, Tiffany Carter, was present in court on February 19th, 2025. And
fellas, I hope y'all can listen to me real good. I want y'all to listen to me real fucking good while y'all in here. Shalom, Bobby Lopez. Listen to me real good. The baby mama ain't here. Before I play this, the baby mama ain't here. How you lose in court when the bitch ain't here? And he ain't supposed to be representing the baby mama. How he here? Let me play it.
And waived her right to personal service and entered her appearance in the case at that time.
So noted.
Thank you, Judge. Because she's filed no answer, her answer time has run. The state would like to proceed with the default.
You may.
Hold
I'll
on.
call the father. Sir, would you please state your full name?
Don't tell me he getting child support. Wait a minute. If I bit the bullet, forgive me, fella.
Terry O'Neill Carter.
And you and Miss Carter have 3 children, 2 of which are still minors, correct?
Yes, sir.
And one of those children is in your possession currently, and the other is in the mother's possession. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the oldest child, or the oldest remaining minor child, is the one in your possession, correct?
Yes, sir.
And at least one of your children has been in your possession since March of 2023. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Judge, at this time, I'd like to offer into evidence what's been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit A. It's a copy of the payment record in this matter.
State's Exhibit A is admitted.
Thank you, Judge. Sir, you are requesting that the court give you a possession credit for your arrears going back to March of 2023 through this month. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yes, sir.
You understand that once that credit has been applied, there will be a judgment for child support arrears against you in the amount of $19,261.12 as of April 16th.
Yes, sir.
And then you are also agreeing to pay that amount in full by May 31st, understanding that the Attorney General's office has an amount on hold in excess of that judgment. And once your arrears have been satisfied, the remainder will be refunded to you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Paid in
Are you
full
asking
by when, Mr. Talley?
So they're saying that
May
he gonna
31st,
get something
Judge.
refunded.
Okay.
People are stupid. Let me go to the next nigga.
Sir,
For service on the record.
He worked at Amazon, fellas. In case y'all didn't know.
We're hearing cause number DF 2404.
Which is so stupid and dumb to
513
do.
Cole and King. Mr. Cole, would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Mr. Cole, are you driving?
No, my wife is.
Okay. Now you can lower your hand, sir. And Mr. Burton, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. I call Mr. Cole. Sir, please state your name.
DeMarjay Cole.
And Mr. Cole, you have not been personally served with the petition to establish the parent-child relationship and original petition in suit affecting the parent-child relationship before today. Is that correct?
Yes.
And we've emailed that document to you and you have received it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you
What a dumbass. What a fucking dumb ass. He was enjoying his Amazon checks. Now that shit is finna be depleted because he want to be a good man. Right? He want to be a good man. Fellas, don't let nobody get your email address. The court rule says you have to give them to him voluntarily. You have to give, they can't get your email address if somebody else done gave him your shit without your permission. That's private. This dummy just did, and what's so sad, look at his hair. Niggas are crazy. Let me play this shit and see what this fool gonna do.
understand you have the right to be personally served with that document by a sheriff or a constable?
Yes.
Do you agree to accept the email document in place of being personally served and to enter your appearance in this case today?
Yes.
Thank you.
And this nigga said, yes. 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 Would you be willing to cut your dick off? Yes. Will you be willing to put it in your mouth and your ass? Yes. Will you bend over and spread your cheeks? Yes.
Judge asks that the record and the Odyssey reflect that he has waived personal service and entered his appearance today.
The record will so reflect.
Thank you, Judge.
He waived personal service. All that. So he walking him into the slaughter. Look at this sheep that work at Amazon. Big dummy.
Be submitting an order for parentage testing for the one child for whom parentage as it is at issue, if I could talk. And the reset date is July 17th at 8:30 a.m.
Okay, Mr. Cole, this case is being reset to July 17th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. You will need to be present on that date and at that time. If you're not present, a default order can be entered against you. Do you understand, sir?
Yeah.
You also need to participate in the DNA testing on the date that the agency schedules you.
You see, he needs to participate. Did you hear what she just said? You need to participate. Right? So guess what? If she said you need to participate, that means you don't have to participate. Right? Participation is voluntary.
Or as close to that date as possible so that the results will be available when we return to this courtroom on July 17th.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, then thank you for appearing here today, and you're free to go, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
And Judge Ms. Peoples is ready to approach. I think she's got a default prove up she's going to do first and then go from there depending on the court's
Look at
interpreter
this bitch.
status.
Okay, go ahead. What number, Ms. Peoples?
Thank you, Judge. I have two of them. The first one is number 2 on the docket.
Okay.
Let me go to the bitch. Hold on.
Yes.
You may lower your hand, and Ms. Peoples, you may proceed.
Samantha Camacho.
Thank you, Judge. I first asked the court to take judicial notice. The non-custodial parent, Hutron Alexander, Judge, he was present in court on February 10th, 2025, and he waived personal service. Judge, he's not filed an answer. The state's requesting to proceed with the default order.
So noted, and you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. We're here on an order in suit affecting a parent-child relationship. There's one child before the court, Samaya Alexander. I'd offer as State's Exhibit A the acknowledgement of paternity for that child.
State's Exhibit A is admitted.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call the mother. Ms. Camacho, can you state your full name?
Samantha Camacho Whistle.
And who's the father of your child, Samaya?
Kertron Alexander.
And has there been any family violence in the past 2 years between you and Mr. Alexander?
No.
Do you have safety concerns concerning yourself and Mr. Alexander or your daughter and Mr. Alexander?
Does that go back to me requesting the no visitation?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what concerns do you have concerning yourself or your daughter and
Here
Mr.
we go,
Alexander?
fellas.
It's more my daughter. He was just released from prison and I have been allowing her to see her. There was an incident where he told her not to tell me something and that kind of worried me. She did end up telling me, oh, Dad told me not to tell you and such. Last year also, he has another son. He had came over and showed her some sexual things on the phone and she recorded herself doing it. So I'm not too comfortable with that.
So Mr. Alexander did it or Mr. Alexander's son?
So Mr. Alexander had told her not to tell me something about a phone, something small, something petty, but I think of it, what if he does something to her? What if something happens and he's like, hey, don't tell mom.
Okay.
And so.
Y'all ready for this? Who idea was it to give these little children phones? Huh? Who idea was it to give these little children phones? And then she got a nigga from prison, right? Sound like to me, she mad at the nigga in prison that he got another bitch. Guaranteed, because a lot of these bitches want prison niggas. They want plantation slave niggas.
But she told you.
Yeah, she did tell me, hey, dad told me
Okay.
not to tell you. That worried me. I tried to communicate with him. He had no understanding, trying to justify it. Okay, I said, we'll take it to court.
Okay.
His son used to come over to my house. And he used to spend the night, and he should be now 12, 13 years old. At the time, maybe he was 11. And he showed her some sexual things, playing with herself down, just things kids shouldn't even be. I'm just not comfortable with it.
Do y'all hear this? Showing her some sexual things, playing with herself. Y'all heard this, right?
Okay. And
All
how
right.
old is
So,
your daughter?
My daughter at the time
Oh,
was,
how old is she now?
she's 10.
Okay. Go ahead, Miss Peoples.
so Ms. Camacho, you have concerns regarding, I guess, sexual misconduct with your daughter and Mr. Alexander's son.
And with the dad, I just have an issue with him telling her, hey, don't tell mom this, or don't tell mom, it's kind of worries me.
Okay. Has there ever been any type of violence, family violence between your daughter and Mr. Alexander?
No.
Okay. Between the son and your daughter?
No.
Between Mr. Alexander's son. Okay. But because of your concerns, you're wanting to be made the managing conservator. You don't want you and Mr. Alexander to be joint managing conservators of your daughter.
What do you explain that a little bit more?
Conservatorship is y'all's rights as parents. You don't want Mr. Alexander to have equal rights with you as far as being able to make decisions for your daughter, confirm with you and making decisions for your daughter.
No.
Okay. And is it because?
So how they gonna do that, fellas? This is a good one. How they gonna say? How they just gonna oust this man's parental rights? And she gonna say no, but they want to say yes for him to give her some money. Man, make this make sense, man. This don't make any fucking sense. Like, if you don't want him to be in a child's life, like, I give you some money, bitch. Fellas, I told y'all this before. I'm gonna tell y'all this before. This for the people who children have changed on them, who children don't want to come see you. None of that. If the bitch do shit like this, man, write it off. It's a bad debt. Write it off and start over. This bitch will have 10 kids with 10 different dudes. Fuck. The woman who does not have children is a gold mine. That is a diamond in the rough. Women who don't have children, but women who have children, y'all are supposed to fuck on them. Pump and dump. That's it.
Because of
Those
the
issues that I just explained to you.
okay. And you're asking that you be the one to have the right to designate her primary residence in Dallas or any surrounding counties?
Meaning
you determine where she lives?
Yes.
Okay. You also don't want him to have any visitation? You're asking that Mr. Alexander not have any visits with her?
Yeah, as of right now, I don't feel comfortable at all. If something happens to my daughter, it's gonna be on me. And then what am I gonna do? Oh, too late.
Okay. When was the last time she had any type of visitation with him?
I believe that was last month. Let me try to get the exact date.
Last month, as in March of 2025?
Let me get the exact date for you. I believe February was that's when she started soccer. So I believe February was when the last time he saw her.
Okay. And
The
during that
beginning
last
of February.
During that visit, did you have any concerns or did anything happen that was concerning for you?
Well, the last time that he saw her is when he told her, "Hey, don't tell mom such and date."
Okay,
Something about he was
done with
getting
this.
a new
Don't
phone
tell
or
mom.
something.
We done with
Something.
this. Fellas, I'm gonna come back. We're gonna do another one more game tonight. And I've been on here for 45 minutes. I'm gone over time. But thank y'all for stopping by. And I got to find that 1983 with the child support people with the Human Health Services. Y'all have a good day. Peace.